what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Hump Day, National Signing Day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Do business with someone you know. HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Okay, y'all, it is National Signing Day, 7:35 a.m. The first signee of the Brian Kelly era is in, and it is Walker Howard. So Walker Howard is officially a Tiger. I mean, it's never official until your paperwork comes in and you're officially signed, and he is now officially signed. So Walker Howard is the first signee of the first signee of the Brian Kelly era. We'll wait for others to come in. We did, actually we have a few more. Okay, so Bo Bordelon has signed. Nathan Diebert, the place kicker, has signed. And Fitzgerald West has signed out of Lafayette Christian. If you remember Fitzgerald West, defensive lineman who came to camp. They asked if he would work on the offensive line. He said yes, offered him immediately. So Fitzgerald West is signed as well. So 4 signees for LSU already, 36 minutes into the signing day festivities. The other side of this is that Brad White, the defensive coordinator at Kentucky, who was in Baton Rouge on Monday, as reported by Football Scoop, or Sunday, excuse me, has decided to remain at Kentucky. That according to Mark Stoops. Mark Stoops was giving a speech yesterday somewhere in Kentucky, and announced that Brad White is staying. So the hunt for a DC for LSU continues, and sometimes that happens. I mean, you got the guy in Baton Rouge, you made your offer to him. Who knows why he decided to stay? Maybe he likes Kentucky. Maybe his family didn't want to leave. Maybe they gave him more money. I don't know. Who knows? But we'll get that answer, I guess, in time. But Brad White will not be LSU DC, as he has decided to remain at Kentucky. Jadarian Rim, the cornerback out of Georgia, flipped to Auburn. That was expected. Everybody's talked about that. And they're expecting Tygee Hill also not to sign. So LSU's 11. They expected to dip down to 9. They are expecting to get the D lineman out of Madison Prep. Quincy Wiggins, they are expecting to get Quincy Wiggins. And then, there's some other big fish out there too that we're waiting on. So anyway, let's say some good mornings. Let me know what y'all got. Jerry DeLucky, good morning. Clark finally made an All-American game. Did he? I mean, I know he's made some second team. I haven't seen him as a first team All-American anywhere. Let's see. Which one is this? Second team All-American. Yeah, Jerry, I haven't seen him as a first team anywhere, and that's what we're talking about here. Tony Williams, he's made a lot of second and third team, but he hadn't made any first team yet. Tony Williams, Dalton, Payshawn. Good morning. Matt sounds so enthused about signing day. It's not my favorite day, but it is an important day, and I recognize that every year. Brian Broom, Kirk Taylor, Lucian Mixon, Jason Kimball, Brian Wynn, good morning. Good morning. Chase Pellegrin, good morning. Florida and A&M are such fun rivals now. John Bro, good morning. 10-0 for the first time since 99-2000. Basketball got a win last night. No surprise whatsoever. Northwestern State we talked about it. Northwestern State's brutal. They lost to ULM by 30, and LSU beat ULM by 50. That was just it was 41-15 at half. So LSU wins by 40, 89-49. And their smothering defense continues. So next this weekend, LSU will play a neutral site up in North Louisiana against Louisiana Tech. So that'll be up in Bossier. And we'll look forward to that, Greg. Oh, I got to share this out. Do me a favor, if you're on Facebook, please like the page and share the post. Like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. If you're on YouTube, smash that like button. If you are not yet, please subscribe to the Matt Moscona channel. Also, this just came in. Landon Ibieta, the wide receiver from the North Shore, who who had been committed to Miami. He flipped to LSU, and his letter of intent is now officially in. So from Mandeville, 5'11", 175. So smaller guy, but earned the offer late. LSU needed receivers, and they got one. So Landon Ibieta, his letter of intent is now in as well. That's good to know. We'll keep it posted as we see more of those come in. Could be a pretty quiet day around LSU, but we'll see. Bill Schmid, good morning. Adam Duce, good morning. Stephen Smith, Michael Armato, will you be doing updates as NSD transpires? I'm offshore off the coast of Guyana. Hey, Michael. Well, Michael, keep up to date on Twitter because you'll see all of those posted. And then tonight, of course, is Wednesday, so we will be doing nightcap tonight. And so we'll do a full recap this evening. 9 o'clock Central Time. Be here for however you're watching us now. Be here tonight, 9 o'clock for nightcap. Brandon Brazel, good morning. Hey, Mark, good morning. Matt Gudo made $20 million on GameCoin yesterday. Good looking out. So there was a glitch across several of the scans. It wasn't just on Trust Wallet. It was on Coinbase and across all of crypto. There was an issue with some scans, and so price reflections were obnoxious. Mine went to zero. Other people's went like parabolic. My brother-in-law had like $540 billion worth of GameCoin, right? For so about 20 minutes, Baton Rouge was the richest place in the world. Let's see, Kirk, keep the Omaha area in your thoughts. 60 to 80 miles an hour winds. Oh, wow, for 6 hours with severe storms. God bless, man. Certainly hope so. Clint Nauta. I like Kentucky, too. He put the whiskey glass. Yes, I'll drink to that. Coffee, by the way, in my Darren James mug. Robbie White, why wouldn't Brad White say it? Why Stoops? Say it, you mean take it? I don't know, Robbie. I don't know Brad White. Never met Brad White. But sometimes things like that happen, and you never really know what the cause is until it comes out. Like, for example, last year with Ryan Nielsen, when LSU tried to hire Ryan Nielsen. I mean, Ed kind of screwed the pooch on that because he jumped the gun, and so Sean Payton blocked the move. Marcus Freeman, Midwest guy, just chose to stay in the Midwest. They interviewed Zach Arnett last year, and the interview just didn't go well. Maybe so I saw someone on Twitter today said, "Oh, media stirring the pot." I don't think Football Scoop was stirring the pot. Football Scoop is as credible as they come, and if Brad White was in Baton Rouge, I mean, if you get the guy to get on a plane and come to your town, come to your campus, there's legitimate interest there. Like, you don't get on a plane and make that flight just because you want a day trip, especially right in the middle of signing day. You know what I mean? So what ultimately kept him in Lexington? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. If Miles Brennan goes to Southern Miss, Max Johnson goes to Florida State, where will Bo Nix go? No idea. A lot of teams need quarterbacks, though. Kyle Gallo, hope Kelly can get Jacoby Matthews to sign. Yeah, Kyle, I'll tell you this. I was told several weeks ago that Jacoby Matthews was going to sign with LSU. A big part of that, though, was Mickey Joseph. And Mickey's not here anymore, so I do wonder how much that's in the air, and I don't know. He was committed once before, and I told y'all the story when it happened. He was committed. He went to some camp. There's a 5-star linebacker like out of Virginia or something that's committed to Alabama. And when they went to this camp, this elite camp, this linebacker was telling about the NIL stuff they had lined up, and Jacoby Matthews had none. And that's why he decommitted from LSU. And when he initially committed, he didn't have Bama or A&M in his final 6. And all of a sudden, those two popped into his list. Why do you think? LSU's got to get the NIL stuff worked out, y'all. They've got to. Stephen Fry, Jimmy Babin, Chad Godberry, good morning. Jake Johnson committed to A&M. Looks like Max will be an Aggie. Interesting. John Ming, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning and happy birthday. December the 15th. My dad is 6,000 years old today. Or not 6,000. Let's see. Dad was born in 53. So 68, Dad? 68 today? Did I do my math right? Wow, getting old, man. Happy birthday, Pops. Terry Adams, good morning. Christopher Dugas, you ever had bacon and eggs cooked on the black pot? So good it makes your toes curl like that. No, I can't say that I have. Kevin Higdon, but I do love breakfast. Kevin Higdon, Philip Tugwell, repping the Hudco hat. Yes, indeed, repping the Hudco hat. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know, Hudco Roofing. I'll say it again. You, family member, friend, neighbor, whoever it may be, had roof damage due to Ida. Not sure if you had roof damage due to Ida. Maybe you've already got your insurance paperwork. Look, you got your insurance paperwork already? Golden ticket. You're done. Call us, pick out a shingle color. We're roofing your house. HudcoRoofing.com. HudcoRoofing.com. Todd LaRousse, good morning. What are we looking like on signing the kid from St. James? Give me names. You got to give me names. Y'all know I'm not recruiting guru. You got to give me names. Is that the linebacker? Who's the kid from St. James? David Rodriguez, Scott Bork, what's up? Darren Straub, good morning. Josh DeVilliers, Don Jolibois, Jason Horn, Kirk Taylor. Cause for concern on the offensive side for OC? I don't think so, Kirk. I think what you have there is a situation where a lot of teams want to get through signing day. And you see this often, honestly, where you get through signing day and then you hire then the coach. So like if whoever you're hiring is currently at a place, you get through signing day and then that coach leaves. It's sort of a skeezy part of the biz, but it happens. From the top football prospects in Louisiana, who's a must get? Well, Lowell, the two they're getting, which are Walker Howard and Will Campbell. You're getting the 5-star quarterback and the 5-star left tackle. So if you can get Jacoby Matthews, which it seems like they will, that's awesome. You're getting Emory Jones today, which is phenomenal as well. Big offensive lineman who could be a day one starter. You're getting the guys you needed to get in the state in the class. Jeremy Causey, how would you rate the first 2 weeks of Kelly? Odd he doesn't have his staff. Seems like other hires have had tons of momentum with coaching wanting to come and recruits wanting to come. So, Jeremy, the interesting thing is, Riley flipped a lot of his guys who were with him committed to him at Oklahoma who committed. I will be interested to see if Notre Dame flips kids or Kelly flips kids from Notre Dame to Baton Rouge. But Brian Kelly was pretty apparent. It was pretty transparent when he was hired. He said, "We're focusing on home base first. Like, they're the guys they had committed, keep them in this class, and then push guys toward February to give them a chance." And they've done that. Guys like Jacoby Matthews and others that are going to wait until February to make their announcement. So that's a win for Brian Kelly. Let's see how he finishes his staff. And what I was told was, so Brian Kelly was at the coaches clinic late last week, and what he said there, kind of off the record, was that he was going to take this week fully to evaluate his staff, everybody, roster, staff, on field, off field, everything. And by the end of this week, wanted all of those evaluations finished. So I think by this weekend, we should know full staff. Shane Henry, Richard Kahn, good morning. Jump over here to YouTube, say some good mornings. Trivia Carter, Pat Houston, Bob Champagne, Tim Gotro, Brady Smith, good morning. Is it the Max Johnson thing does make a little bit of sense, actually. Jimbo was at Florida State for a long time. Jimbo was at Florida State for a long time. Brad Johnson went to Florida State. Brad Johnson got to watch Jimbo develop first-round quarterbacks. It makes sense. And then you look at what they've done with the tight end there with Sternberger and Weidermeyer. Like, it makes sense, right? Look at what Jimbo had, O'Leary at Florida State. Like, it makes sense. Like, that's a good fit for it. It's what sucks is that they're in your division, and you're going to have to play him. But that's a fit. That does make sense. Pizza Boy the Jedi, good morning. Spurge, what's up? Rapping Batches, Higginbotham, good morning. Paul Zarang, good morning. Any word on coordinator possibilities, as well as incoming transfers? Paul, look, I mean, the name that I had heard for DC was Pete Golding from Alabama. Then that all seemed to shift this week with Brad White from Kentucky. Well, Brad White from Kentucky is now staying at Kentucky. Does it shift back to Pete Golding? I don't know. Like, I'll fill y'all in to this end. Normally, the part that's very difficult right now for the... Okay, so I've told y'all before, if you're going to get info, you're going to get it from one side or the other, right? You're either going to get it from LSU or from the coach that they're hiring. The very difficult part is that nobody here really knows Brian Kelly yet. And Brian Kelly isn't talking to the existing staff. And the support staff has been uprooted. I mean, I will tell you this. I never talked to Derek Panamsky personally. Like, Derek and I just never spoke. A lot of people in the local media leaned on Derek for information. Derek was kind of a point person for info within the program. Derek's gone. So a lot of guys who cover the program lost their source in the program. So I think it's very difficult right now for people in the media that cover LSU, your reporters that don't know Brian Kelly, that don't know his staff, and unfinished staff right now. How much does the sports administration or athletic administration at LSU know about what Brian Kelly's doing? I don't know. I mean, he may be in stealth mode right now. So more than likely, you're going to hear Matt Jones from Kentucky Sports Radio with the news about Brad White staying. More than likely, you'll get news from Football Scoop, which has relationships with all the coaches all over the country. Like, that's more than likely where you're going to get news on this stuff, quite honestly. Jonathan Martin, good morning. Travis Broussard, Wendell Norman, Daniel Wilson, Jesse Brown. Does not having the coordinators announced affect signing class? I mean, probably an individual basis. Like, look at Emory Jones, for example. I mean, Emory Jones was prepared to wait until February. Brian Kelly goes on campus at Catholic High last week. And in that one instance, Emory, they keep Brad Davis, then Emory signing today. I mean, that flipped from Monday to Wednesday of last week. So it's probably an individual case basis. Hunter Fournette, men's basketball is like a bear trap. Sinks their teeth into people, locks them down. Yes. Elite defensively. I made the comparison yesterday to Houston, University of Houston a year ago. It's a good comp. Maybe not the most polished offensively, but so good defensively, and you get buckets in transition and off of other people's mistakes, and it does make sense. Good comp. That was a Final Four team. Morning. We need that 2011 defense back for the upcoming football season. Jeff in Japan, good morning. Andrew Repass, good morning. Eric Wilderrotter, morning. I blindly trust Kelly on hires as much as the next guy, but at what point would you rather just retain the guy that held Bama and Arkansas to the lowest total of the season? Not happening. I'll tell you flatly, Durante Jones is not staying. That's just yeah, Durante Jones is probably heading back to the NFL. Ronnie Dugas, good morning. Drew is not up yet, but we can get Drew to sing to Pawpaw if he does wake up. William Laws, Daniel Wilson. Oh, Shaz Preston, thank you. That's who you were talking from. I thought Shaz Preston was going somewhere else. Let's see. Well, let's hope they get him. It'd be awesome. 4-star receiver. It'd be great. The really disappointing part, though, is Austin Osbury signs with Auburn. Jadarian Rim flips to Auburn. That's 2 cornerbacks. It's a desperate position of need for LSU, and 2 guys that you thought you'd get, you didn't. Okay, Ghastly Gamer, Michael B. Boo Daddy, 1902, Jim Leonard for DC. I'd be great with that. Boo Daddy. That's the first name I mentioned. Can you pry him out of Wisconsin for the right dollar amount? Maybe, but that's his alma mater, and he's done a really good job there. Spurge, truth to the rumor, Max is looking at A&M. Well, his brother signed. So Jake Johnson signed with A&M, and Max and Jake don't want to play together, so I would assume so, yeah, especially with Calzada transferring out. Jared Pettigene, good morning. Michael B. Leonard would be a great pull, but that's his alma mater dream job. Don't see that happening. Maybe. Corey Raymond just left his alma mater. It happens. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Wendell Norman, thoughts on Preston flipping to Bama? I don't have many thoughts on it. Kids are going to go where they want to go. I'm probably the worst person to try to get reaction from on signing day, because I know fan reaction. Like, when the kid Ibieta was committed to Miami, you're like, short white kid, who wants him? He flips to LSU. Oh, he's a diamond in the rough. He's going to be an All-American. You know, that's just the way fans handle signing day. I don't mean, it's just the nature of it. So LSU's going to sign a really good class. You always have talked about it when Brian Kelly was hired. This will be the lowest rated class that Brian Kelly signs at LSU. It just will be. It's just how this works when you get a new coach. But they got what they needed. They got Walker Howard. They're getting Will Campbell. They're going to get Emory Jones. You're getting the best players in the state. You still got a shot at I think they're going to get Quincy Wiggins today. You still got a shot at Jacoby Matthews, which I think they got a great shot there. Go hit the transfer portal and get rolling again. Keyshawn Butte has announced he's returning, which is great news. You know what I mean? Like, just go supplement with the transfer portal and get rolling. Shout out to Brock, y'all. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. So, got about 10 extra minutes here this morning. So, yeah, got about 10 extra minutes this morning, so we're good to do about 10 more minutes. But do me a solid. Sorry, I'm looking at myself on the screen there. I was doing the math in my head. Drew, I'm taking Drew to the doctor. He's getting this COVID vaccine this morning, and I don't need any commentary on the COVID vaccine, so spare me, okay? All of his doctors want him to get the COVID vaccine. He's getting it, so spare me any of your commentary. I don't care what you think. It's my child. Leave me alone. Don't talk about my kid. So we're going to get that at 8:50, and then I'm bringing him to school. So I got 10 extra minutes. Jason Duplantis says, Max goes to A&M, and I'm a defensive player. Bang. Well. Paul Zarang, good morning. Wish we would have kept Raymond and Falk. We have to keep the faith. Yeah, Paul, here's the thing I would tell you, just real quick. I know everyone has this angst and great desire to know who's going to be the staff hires and all that stuff. You need to pull back, because when you're so hyper focused on it and you're living minute to minute, you become obsessed with it. Pull back, 10,000 foot view, like stop focusing on it so much, and when it's done, assess it, and then you'll make that decision with a much more level head. Let's see, does Damon Clark come back next year? No way. He's going pro and should. Frederick Sabrin, good morning. Why not put a cap on NIL per player? Why? It's not going to ruin college football, Frederick. You've got it backwards. What's ruined college football is greedy old people building this giant monolith where everybody got rich except the kids. I mean, and don't give me this, they're on scholarship. Okay, any other student in college can go make money. College athletes can't? Why? Because they're your free labor. The brutal system has finally been exposed for what it is. I love college football as much as the next guy, but if you think that student athletes getting NIL money is ruining college football, you're high. The fact of the matter is, student athletes have been paid under the table by every university. And yes, your favorite team too. LSU has paid players for a lot of years, okay? Yes, you're not just them, it's you too. So now you're just giving a way to legitimize it. Okay. Let's see. Chris Rutley, good morning. Gary Atchison, what's up? Terry Adams, here in Chaz Preston going to Bama. Okay. Andrew Brister, LSU's getting the guys they need to get when you just said they will probably sign 9 guys on an already depleted roster. So, Andrew, listen, you have a second signing class. They're going to end up filling a class. I'll remind you, Les Miles' first class in 05, they signed 13 kids. Nick Saban's first class at Alabama was his lowest rated. If you thought that this was going to end up a top 3 signing class, it wasn't. Never was. But what you had to do was get the best players in state that were already committed to stay committed. And you did that with Walker Howard, with Will Campbell, with Emory Jones. Like you've done that. There's no position more important than quarterback. You got the best offensive lineman in the state to sign. You're going to get Quincy Wiggins today. Like that's what you had to do when you're realistically if you're Brian Kelly. Jake Johnson signed with A&M today. He did, yes, for those that are jumping aboard. And so that very likely means Max Johnson's going there as well. Brian Arsenault, Tony Cortello, with the high turnover of players, seems with current NIL agreements, LSU should be able to pull in high star recruits, able to challenge for a starting position right away. Yeah, they'll get some of that. Wendell Babbitt, good morning from Maurepas. Scott Borch, good morning. Brian Wynn, Matt, any word on the quarterback situation for the bowl game? They're applying for a waiver for Nussmeier to be able to play and maintain his redshirt year. So we'll see. We'll see if they get it. If not, it's either Matt O'Dowd, the walk-on, or John Trey Kirkland, who's the emergency quarterback. Daniel Cass, LSU men's hoops can't score outside shots to save their lives. That's extremely concerning. Yeah, they're not a good shooting team. I think Brandon Murray is probably the guy who's got the best potential. When Darius Days is hot, he shoots it pretty well. But they're a dribble drive, penetration, scoring, transition offense, and that's okay. That's just what they are. Rick Hauk, good morning. Steve Randazzo, why do you say Durante Jones will not be our defensive coordinator? Because, Steve, Durante Jones is not going to be the defensive coordinator next year. You said LSU will sign 9 players this class. No, Andrew. No. Listen. Earwax out. They had 11 committed. You lose Rim and they think Ty G. Hill, 9. You're going to pick up Quincy Wiggins, 10. You'll probably get a couple of more today as well, like Ibieta flipped to you. So that's 11, right? So now you're up to 11. You probably get a few more. And then in the February signing period, Jacoby Matthews likely and others that you'll get closer to that 25, and you'll add transfers as well. Remember, you can add transfers all the way up through June, I believe. I mean, remember they added Terrence Alexander. Like they had a Joe Burrow in May. Like you're going to keep supplementing this roster through the transfer portal all the way up through the summer. Because you'll have another wave of players that leave wherever they are after spring. When they go through spring and realize they're not starting or whatever, they bounce. Okay, I've got to get going. DeJuan Foster, good morning. Charlie Cavell, Brandon Butler, Shelby Kelly, Chris Keller. Did you see Johnson Brothers? Yes. Okay, that's what most of y'all are talking about. I guess I know what I'm leading AFR with today. Chuck Sanchez, what's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Chuck Sanchez, I wrote a paper on why players should be paid when I was a freshman at LSU. It only took them 36 years to do what I said. You were a freshman 36 years? You're not that old, Chuck. No. You're not 55 years old, Chuck. Come on, man. Jerry DeLucky, HUDCO dropping my materials today. Can't wait. Give me some pictures, Jerry. Take some pictures, tag us in a post. Tag me, tag HUDCO. Tommy Matthews, HUDCO tearing off my old roof right now. Take some pictures, Tommy. Get that HUDCO logo. Y'all tag us. Post a tag. Post a tag. Gary Petrie, good morning. Brian Arsenault, what's up? Chuck, you're 54? Chuck, I'm going to be real with you, bro. Be very real with you. You look good for 54, bro. I would have never thought you're 54 years old. Never would have thought you're 54. Good on you, dude. How old is, well, yeah, I guess I can't ask how old Jessica is. You can't ask how old a lady is. Scott Sparks, don't like the momentum A&M has right now. Bro, it's why when LSU beat A&M, I told y'all it was a big deal. Because A&M has the resources to be really good. If they figure it all out. Yes, they have the resources to be really good. Ooh, I love it, Brian Wynn. Can we use the HUDCO jingle to lure players? You know what? Let's do it.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario. All you need is HUDCO. Call HUDCO Roofing. 364-1007.
Okay, guys. I think we're just about done here. I got to get Drew up. Got to get rolling. Y'all have an awesome day. AFR at 3 o'clock. We will have a full update on signing day. And remember, however you're watching right now, 160 watching on YouTube, smash that like button. 178, 179 watching on Facebook. Like the page, share the post. Subscribe up as well if you haven't yet. YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. 9 o'clock tonight, we're back here for Nightcap. So come back here tonight at 9. We'll recap the whole day and everything else. So get you a pour and be ready to hang out. Have an awesome day. We'll see you. Peace.